Morning everybody and welcome to day 2 of your New Zealand Rugby League National Secondary Schools Tournament here at Pulman Park in Takanini. My name is Joseph Green, taking you back through the action again here and what's going to be another cracking day of Secondary Schools Rugby League. First up in today's action we've got an absolute humdinger in the Girls Championship grade. Auckland Girls Grammar taking on Southern Cross Campus and what is a repeat of our Auckland Club Grand Final, where Southern Cross took the victors on that day, and they meet again today. Both sides undefeated across day one, both taking big wins yesterday against Wesley College and Hamilton Girls High School, and no doubt leading into the back end of today when it starts to matter in terms of results, they'll really want to get the upper hand from this morning. Southern Cross, a very strong side as we saw yesterday, a couple of big wins, especially over Wesley College, taking a big victory, 42 points to 0. And a number of players from their Southern Cross side standing out, like the Louis sisters, the Tauiliili sisters as well as Meli Kaufusi in the number 8 jersey. We take a look at the Auckland Girls Grammar side as well, and missing a few key players. Like we saw yesterday, Braxton Sorensen McGee turning up for the Auckland Girls Grammar side. Unavailable today due to rugby commitments, but will be back tomorrow to hopefully bolster Auckland Girls Grammar in their quest to win another national title. However, just because they're missing her, they're still a very strong side on paper, and no doubt Southern Cross will be very worried about how they're going to front up today. Got a massive day of rugby league here at Pulman Park. Again, 8 games to cover across the day. A number of key matchups leading into this afternoon when we start to look at semi-finals football, and then leading into day 3 as well when we cover off our grand finals. As we see our teams just slowly starting to make their way over to the fields now, Southern Cross will really want to be making a good start here, as, like we've touched on, they want to get the upper hand here this morning and ease their way into the afternoon when they play semi-finals football come 1 p.m. this afternoon. Going to be a massive effort with Auckland Girls Grammar, like we said, missing a few key players. But no doubt when it's going to start to matter, we know what this Auckland Girls Grammar side is capable of, and we might see them get the job done here this morning as well. A few of the games that we'll touch on later across the day as well. At 10 o'clock we'll see St. Thomas taking on De La Salle College in the boys premiership game, which is no doubt set to have some fireworks in that one as well. 11 o'clock we'll have one of our quarterfinals in the boys championship grade, Otahu taking on Te Wharekura o Rakomanga. 12 p.m. we'll see Surinman Hillary taking on James Cook in another boys championship quarterfinal, and then from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. we've got some of our semi-finals across our multiple grades here at Pulman Park. 4 grades in action here at Pulman Park, split across 2 venues between here and Mangere East as well, and well over 50 teams in this year's edition. So a massive effort for New Zealand Rugby League to get the number of teams that we've got this year. And no doubt as we said, to grow rugby league in the country, no doubt more teams will start to turn up year in, year out. As we see both teams just going through their final preparations now, getting their last messages across before we get underway here. The weather looks like it's going to play a bit of a tough factor today. Few grey clouds above. Hopefully it plays its part and the rain stays away and we can get a dry track for a great day 2 of rugby league here at the National Secondary Schools Tournament. As we're almost set to get underway here, Auckland Girls Grammar looks set to kick off. Going right to left on your screen with Southern Cross getting first possession of the ball here. And we're underway here for day 2. Auckland Girls Grammar taking on Southern Cross. Doesn't quite go to hand first up. But the referee calls play on, and we're going to start just over 30 metres out from Southern Cross's try line. A great first up carry there to start their set for Southern Cross. We saw yesterday they had a very dominant forward pack off the back of the work of Melika Fusi, Jacina Tauiliili, as well as Jolie Tauiliili, and we see they do exactly the same thing to start this morning. A great carry to start their set from, just as we touched on, Melika Fusi. Working their way through to Lose Kuli now, another one who stood out for them yesterday afternoon against Wesley College. And a great start here for Southern Cross, already up to their 40-metre line on the Ag side of the half. They play short into Jacina Tauiliili. And a great offload away from Tauiliili to Shafinia Louis, who gets the ball away but doesn't quite get it to hand. And it travels forward, so we're going to see a scrum down for Auckland Girls Grammar. About 20 metres out from their own try line. And a very good start for the Southern Cross forward pack.
Watch out before her season.
And it's the Auckland Girls Grammar working off the back of their scrum. Doesn't quite go to hand for Auckland Girls Grammar as well, but not the start they would have wanted. You can see they're just trying to play a bit of eyes-up football there. A great thought to try and play wide really early on, but doesn't quite get to hand for the girls. And we're going to see Southern Cross campus 20 metres out from the Ags try line. A very good chance here to strike early. We saw yesterday afternoon when they played Wesley College, they've got some strike out wide as well off the back of the scrum. We see them go to Jacina Tauiliili, gets an offload away to Shanti Louis. Working ever so closely to that Auckland Girls try line. A great start here for Southern Cross. Shafinia Louis out of dummy half finds Toltai, who gets it away and settles the attack for Southern Cross as they work back towards the middle of the field now. Louis out of dummy half finds Lose Kuli in the middle of the field. Really starting to settle the attack now here, Southern Cross, as they go back towards the left again. Louis out of dummy half finds Kalfusi. She goes close. Some great scramble defense there from Auckland Girls. Louis gets the offload. Doesn't quite break through the Auckland Girls defense here. And out of dummy half, Kalfusi looks up, takes it herself. Just manages to get an offload away there. They shift it left again. They've got some space out wide. And Southern Cross campus break through early. A bit of ad-lib football there from Southern Cross campus and gets them over the line. A great start here for Southern Cross. Just working off the back of a very powerful forward pack. Identifying where the space was in the Auckland Girls Grammar defence. Shifting the ball out wide. And exactly how Coach Rod Ratu would have wanted to start this game. Very important matchup in terms of when it's going to come to semi-finals football this afternoon. A massive matchup for either of these two sides in terms of where they want to place in their pool and who they want to come up against this afternoon. As we see Shanti Louis lining up the conversion, looking to add the extras for her side. It was tough conditions to kick in yesterday, and doesn't look as though the wind is doing itself any favours for anyone today. So it's going to be another tough day with the kicking boot as she moves in. Doesn't quite get it over the upright, so Southern Cross strike first. 4 points to nil over Auckland Girls Grammar at this stage. "20-minute halves here on day 2 of your National Secondary Schools Tournament, and when we come back tomorrow for our finals day, we'll extend it out a little bit further to 25 minutes. Auckland Girls, no doubt they would have regrouped after that one and slowly start to reset and refocus and move on to the next job. As we see the game get back underway, and not the era that Southern Cross would have wanted very early on. Now Auckland Girls Grammar A first opportunity down the centre of the field. A great defensive effort there from Southern Cross. As we see them work back towards the middle of the field now. A great carry there from and Ioane. Gets them up over the 20-metre line at Southern Cross's end. Betsy Fafita just looking at her options. Doesn't quite go to hand, but play's allowed to continue. Shifting it through the hands now. It ends up in the hands of Lalavaya. Doesn't get to hand eventually, and a couple of errors there from Auckland Girls Grammar. And not how they would have wanted to use their full set there. They had a full set down. Their first full set down, Southern Cross's end of the field, and the ball just doesn't quite stick to their hands. And Southern Cross, great scramble defense there, comes up with the error, and now they've got the 40 back 30 metres out from their own try line, and got to work back up the field and try and keep applying the pressure here to Auckland Girls Grammar. As you see, Tautai feeding the scrum and plays it out to Potua. A great first up carry here for Southern Cross, gets them up over the 40-metre line. Great carry there to start their set from Peyton Leota, and they go down the blind side again, this time through Grace Tungia. Got on the try leaderboard yesterday, and no doubt she'll want to add to that today. Mele Kalfusi with another good carry to start this game, and a great offload away to Shafinia Louis. Great piece of ad-lib football there, and they're rewarded with a penalty as well. Referee ruling there was a hair pull there, so Southern Cross rewarded with a penalty. About 22 metres out from the Ags try line. It's got to be on manages to get an offload away, but doesn't quite go the direction it needs to, and referee rules it's gone forward. Probably not what Coach Ratu would have wanted on tackle one in that set, especially down the centre of the field, but Auckland Girls got a good opportunity here to work their way back up the field. Auckland Girls been one of the more dominant girls sides in college rugby league over the last few seasons. We'll be looking to add another national title here this year, but Southern Cross winning the Auckland title this year, no doubt they'll want to add the national title to that as well. The Ags just working up over the 20-metre line now, and a great carry out of dummy half there from Betsy Fafita. Went on the Auckland Under-17s tour this year was Betsy Fafita, and she's a classy dummy half. No doubt she'll have a big impact on this Auckland Girls Grammar side and their quest to add another national title this year. As we see them starting to just work their way up to the halfway line now. It doesn't quite go to hand for Jada Breeze-Gray. The referee rules it's gone back, and big contact there from Mele Kalfusi. Ball hands up in the hands of Lalavaya. She gets a kick away, a great kick there. Just puts it up, and good first up contact there from Masina Fruin. But a great place for Southern Cross to be starting their 40 metres out from their own line. Just working their way through tackle 2 now, and up to the halfway line for Southern Cross. Some big first up contact here to start this first matchup of the day. Shafinia Louis out of dummy halves, finds Lucia Cooley. She's got a lot of space to wind up, doesn't quite hold on to the football. And the referee rules she's knocked it on, and we're going to have an Auckland Girls Grammar scrum. Had a lot of space to wind up there, that Lucia Cooley, and probably not how Auckland Girls Grammar want to be defending this early on in the game. We saw yesterday, if you give those Southern Cross campus girls a lot of time to wind up, then they're going to just ride the momentum of that. And we saw that yesterday they ran up a big score against Wesley College, and no doubt they'll have the talent to do that to a number of sides this weekend. As we see Auckland Girls Grammar feeding off the back of the scrum through Gray, ends up in the hands of Talal Brown. A great carry to settle the attack. Working up over the halfway line now. A better start to their set here for Auckland Girls. Just working off the back of that through for Fido, they find Poturura Kini. A bit of a slower play the ball there for Auckland Girls. They're going to need to start finding some momentum here as we tick over the halfway mark in this first half of this Girls Championship matchup. Trying to find a quick play the ball at Auckland Girls Grammar. Get rewarded with a penalty here. Just spending too much time in the ruck there with Southern Cross and Auckland Girls. With a full set down the centre of the field. A big contact there from Mele Kalfusi. A massive effort from Auckland Girls to get back up and carry on as they do. And Auckland Girls just don't hold on to the football again. A couple of big first up contact efforts there from Southern Cross. Just manages to jolt the ball free on the second occasion. And a great start for Southern Cross here, managing to withhold the pressure so far that Auckland Girls Grammar are putting on the Southern Cross side. And Southern Cross working their way back up the field now. Potor feeds it off. Feeds it off to a teammate and just needing to settle the attack there with Shanti Louis as we see them working back up through the field again with Jacina Tauilili. Wanting to have another standout game today with the Tauilili sisters want to. And a great carry there from Mele Kalfusi. Getting them up towards the halfway line now, trying to find a quick play the ball. And they go left to Potor, who plays out the back to Shanti Louis, who plays it off to Shakira Louis. A bit of space out on their left-hand side for Southern Cross, and they get a few extra metres there for their efforts. Shakira Louis filling in at dummy half, finds Potor, who feeds it off to Faith Vaimalo. And leading in towards the back end of the set, they just want to get to their kick here and put this Auckland Girls side under a bit of pressure. Shanti Louis gets to the kick. A couple of good chases there for Southern Cross, but a great take there from Lalavaya. And they'll just want to work their way back up the field now, will Auckland Girls Grammar. A quick play the ball there for Auckland Girls, and they want to start playing off the back of that too, but she's met by a brick wall and Mele Kalfusi. Some massive contact there from Southern Cross, and as an outside back, probably not the person you want to be running at as Mele Kalfusi. She's one of the more dominant forwards in this girls' grade at our secondary schools tournament this year. We saw how classy they were yesterday against Wesley College, as well as when they played Hamilton Girls as well. So a lot of talent in the Southern Cross side. As we'll take a bit of a break here just to make sure that our Auckland Girls Grammar player is all right. We'll just try and see who it is to make sure that we can give everyone an update on whether she's okay and whether she can carry on. Was met by some big front-up contact there from Mele Kalfusi for Southern Cross. As we see our Auckland Girls Grammar player just being carried off the field. Looks as though it could be Masina Fruin, so we hope that Fruin is okay and manages to get through the game or the rest of the tournament all right. As we see the game back on the way now, Eggs just working their way up to their own 20-metre line. They come down the blind side, not a whole lot of options down the side, but credit to them for coming down the side to have a crack. Towards the back end of the set now. They just want to try and get to their kick. A great kick away there from Gray. But a great take here from Taki Taki to get them up over the 50-metre line to start their set. And what a start. What a start for Southern Cross. Shanti Louis coming in for a carry as well. Up over the 40-metre line already of Auckland Girls Grammar's end. And Shakira Louis following that up with another great carry. They've got a lot of momentum here, the Southern Cross campus. No doubt a great opportunity here for them to add another 4 points to the board, hopefully on the back end of their set. They want to find a quick play the ball here, and they do. Out of dummy half, a great carry there from Shafinia Louis, and earns a penalty for her team as well. As you see them, let's take a tap and go, and a good first up carry there to settle their attack towards the middle of the field. Shafinia Louis just looking at where her options are at the moment. Hands it off to Mele Kalfusi, who goes close. She's over the try line but can't quite get it down. So we'll see her head back out to the 10-metre line and play the ball for her team. And we're back underway, and they get a handoff to Alapai. The ball comes free. Referee's going to allow play to continue, so Auckland Girls Grammar. Bit off the cuff football here and got a chance here to work their way back up the field. A great carry there from Talal Brown. Gets them up over the 20-metre line. And now they've got a 7-tackle set to work their way back up the field. Good work here from Jada Breeze-Gray to just settle the attack and get them back towards the middle of the field. As you see her hand it off. A bit of a disjointed attack there. Not a lot of players pushing up with her, so they want to just keep pushing at the back of that, leading into the last 2.5 minutes of this first half. And earns a quick penalty there as well. A great carry there from Olivia Philly Kitonga. And Eggs will want to try and go as quick as they can here to add points to the board before we get into the halftime break. And we see them tap and go here through Lexus Alo. Gets an offload away to Namu Laulu. And gets them up well over the 40-metre line into Southern Cross Campus's half. Grey feet filling in at dummy half. Gets it away. Gets it away to Potoru Rukini. And a great carry there. Just a lot of momentum here. And Jada Breeze-Gray out of dummy half filling in there. Earns itself a penalty as well. A couple of markers just not square there. And they're going to need to start going here now as Auckland Girls Grammar. With just under 1:40 now left in this first half. They want to go into the halftime break on a bit of a high. Good first up carry there from Potoru Rokini. And we see them feed it off to Erika Timoteo. She goes close, but not quite close enough. Namula Ulu in a dummy half. And they feed it off the back to Heidi Aranui, who plays out to Lala Vai. They find some space out on the left edge. Betsy Fafita doesn't quite hold onto the ball, but the referee rules it's a strip. A few penalties given away down the centre of the field now from Southern Cross Campus. They want to start tightening up their discipline. Betsy Fafita taps and goes quickly, but gets driven back by a number of defenders. Some great efforts there from Tauili Ili as well to get her back there far. I don't know in that dummy half. Finds Vaya, who finds Cleo Leilua as well. A somewhat quick play the ball there for Ags, and they want to play off the back of this. Gray with the footy in hand. Gets a pass away. Finds space out on the right-hand edge. Looks as though the pass has gone backwards, so we might have a try on our hands. And the referee agrees. Auckland Girls Grammar just before the halftime break. A quick play the ball there for Auckland Girls Grammar. Found some space out on their right-hand edge. Getting the pass away to their space. And Auckland Girls lock the game up at 4 points apiece leading into the halftime break. What a start for for Southern Cross Campus. A few key penalties given away in the last 5 minutes of this half, and Auckland Girls Grammar have penalised on the piggyback up the field. And Jada Breeze-Gray with a chance to take the lead heading into the halftime break here. And our Girls Championship matchup between Auckland Girls Grammar and Southern Cross Campus. As you see Gray moving for the conversion now, got a good strike on it. Doesn't quite get as far as she would have wanted to. Shouldn't be too far away from halftime now, as we see Southern Cross Campus are slowly working their way back up the field now. Shouldn't be too long left here in our first half here. Auckland Girls Grammar locked up, 4 points apiece with Southern Cross Campus. As we hear the hooter go in the background and heading into halftime. What a doozy of a first matchup we've got for day 2 here at our National Secondary Schools Tournament. Auckland Girls Grammar locked up 4 points apiece with Southern Cross Campus. We'll take a quick break. We'll recap the first half in a bit, and we'll bring you the second 20 minutes. Not too far away at Bruce Pulman Park here in Takanini.
At Pertec, we understand that our customer needs their plant and equipment up, running and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Using only world-class product from the likes of Bridgestone and Yokohama, there is no compromise for your valuable machines. Our attention to detail and precision is second to none. It's this customer experience that separates Pertec from the pack. Pertec will keep you operating.
Kia ora. Let's get you ready to go out there and have an epic rugby league game. But first things first, let's have a A simple warm-up is a game changer. Not only will it improve your performance, but it will reduce the chances of you getting an injury. And if you want to skip the sore muscles, don't skip the cool down. Now, tackling is a big part of the game, so don't cheat on the technique. A good tackle technique will help keep everyone safe. Collisions happen all the time, so it's important to know how to spot a concussion and what to do if it happens to you or a teammate. Sweet as, have a then go get into it.
This is some story right here. It's an absolute feast.
E tangata whenua Aotearoa e tū, e te tai tokerau e tū, Hokianga kuikui e tū. New Zealand stand up, this is our time.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Bruce Pulman Park here in Takanini for day 2 of your New Zealand Rugby League National Secondary Schools Tournament. Currently, we've got our Girls Championship matchup between Auckland Girls Grammar taking on Southern Cross Campus, and at the halftime break, we're all locked up, 4 points apiece. A great first half from Southern Cross. Played really well in the first 15 minutes and just started to fall away in the last 5 minutes, giving away a few key penalties, which allowed Auckland Girls Grammar to march up the field and add 4 points to the board leading into the halftime break. Net up both coaches in Rodwatu for Southern Cross and David Eby for Auckland Girls Grammar would have had a lot of key messages for either side leading into the last 20 minutes as we get back underway through the boot of Shanti Louis. A great kick there for Southern Cross to get us back underway. And a great start to their set for Auckland Girls, just up over the 20-metre line. Good first up carry, and they'll need to really play off the back of that, but she's met with some big contact there from Jacina Tauiliili. Ball comes free, but it goes backwards, so play's allowed to continue, and Yakopo just settles the attack. They find Gray, hands it off to Potoru Rukini as well. And they'll just need to keep playing off the back of some momentum here. The ball goes to Gray. Just hands it off and starting to direct the footy around the field now is Auckland Girls Grammar. They get to Gray, who puts an early kick up. Finds some space in behind the Southern Cross defence, and there's a great chase there from Lala Vaya. And some great pressure there on the Southern Cross outside backs. A great kick there from Jada Breeze Gray. Crazy to think that Jada Breeze Gray is only year 9 playing in this girls' championship grade, so she's got a lot of years of college rugby league left in her, and great to see her stepping up to the big level as we see Southern Cross Campus working up the field now. Shafini Louis out of dummy half. Big contact there between Tauiliili and the Auckland Girls defence, and some great work out of dummy half from Shafini Louis. Gets him up towards the 50-metre line now. Melikau Fusi probably wasn't expecting that pass, gets it away to Shanti Louis, who gets a kick, but a great take there from Lala Vaya. And gets him about 35 metres out from their own try line, and a great start to the set. Auckland Girls Grammar not too far from halfway now, so they'll just want to work back up the field. But when you're met by strong defence like that from Shakira Louis, it's going to be a tough ask to march their way up the field. Doesn't quite go to hand. Doesn't quite go to hand for Auckland Girls Grammar, and they give away a knock on, which is going to find Southern Cross with a scrum about 35 metres out from the Auckland Girls Grammar try line. And a bit of a disjointed start there in their first sets for both sides. You could see that leading into the back end of their set for Southern Cross Campus, Melikau Fusi ended up with the ball and got it away to Shanti Louis eventually, and for Auckland Girls Grammar just doesn't quite go to hand for their outside backs to work their way up the field. As we see Melikau Fusi taking it off the back of the scrum. Breaks through the initial contact there, and will want to find a quick play the ball so that the rest of the forward pack can play off the back of that, as we see Losek Kuli. A great offload there, gets it away to Shafini Louis. And some great work here from Southern Cross marching back up the field. They've got a lot of momentum now, and they go left to Grace Tongia, who got on the try scoring board yesterday and will want to add to that as well. She goes close. A bit of an awkward tackle, that one. It's in. Looks as though Grace Tongia may have picked up a bit of an injury in that one, so we'll stop the game there to make sure that she's all right. Just a really awkward tackle there on our Southern Cross player in Grace Tongia. A tough tournament for these girls to get through, playing 2 games across each day before they head into finals day tomorrow. As we see a great piece of team camaraderie there, Lucy Cooley just assisting her teammate and Grace Tongia to get her off the field. Not what you usually see on a rugby league field, but hey, that's the great thing about secondary schools rugby league. And we hope that Grace Tongia is okay and manages to finish off the rest of the tournament. As we see Potor get the play back underway for Southern Cross. Louis at a dummy half. Double drop under to Meli Kalfusi. She goes over. Meli Kalfusi, just as she did yesterday against Wesley College. Barges over from close range and adds 4 points to Southern Cross. And they retake the lead, 8 points to 4 over Auckland Girls Grammar. As we touched on before the game, Meli Kalfusi was massive for the Southern Cross campus side yesterday in their big wins over both Hamilton Girls High and Wesley College as well. Very hard to stop from close range. But like we saw in the first half of this matchup, you can't count out the Auckland Girls Grammar side. No doubt they're missing a few key players due to other commitments, as well as a few injuries, but we saw in the last 5 minutes of their first half, they got a few key errors from their Southern Cross side, marched Auckland Girls Grammar up the field, and they added points to the board leading into that halftime break. As we see Shanti Louis moving in, and the wind just pushes it to the right of the post. Southern Cross campus, 8 points to 4 over Auckland Girls Grammar, with just over 13 minutes left to play in this first half here on day 2 of your National Secondary Schools Tournament. Lots of football to be played over the rest of the day. We've still got another 7 games to cover off, and next up is going to be an absolute big clash. 2 powerhouses of New Zealand Rugby League secondary schools tournaments over recent years. De La Salle College, the reigning Auckland College Rugby League champions, taking on St Thomas of Canterbury, the defending national champions who are looking very, very strong to go back, have any chances of going back to back, as Southern Cross get us back underway. And starting their set just over 35 metres out from their own try line. A great carry there from Jacina Tauelieli to start the set. And they're already up towards the halfway line. A great couple of first up efforts here from Coach Rod Ratu. No doubt the message at halftime must have been to start really strong in this first half. Great offload there from Meli Kalfusi, gets it away. Manages to get an offload away, and now they're up over the 30-metre line at Auckland Girls Grammar's end. Louis out of dummy half, finds Potor, who finds Shanti Louis out the back. And they'll just need to start settling their attack here now, working in towards the back end of the set. But they go against that and go blindside to Shakira Louis. Heading into last tackle now, they want to get to their kick. And let's put this Auckland Girls Grammar side under a bit more pressure. Shanti Louis gets the kick up. Gets it to Lossi Kuli, and there's a bit of space down the right-hand side. Litia Valu. A great kick there from Shanti Louis. Finds the space for Lossi Kuli. Gets the offload away to Litia Valu, and Southern Cross just like that. They add another 4 points to the board and extend their lead. 12 points to 4. And with a kick to come, going to be really important for Shanti Louis to try and add as much extras as she can to extend their lead over an Auckland Girls Grammar side. A great kick there to finish off the set from Shanti Louis. Manages to find Losikuli. And then Losikuli finds a space out on their right-hand side for Southern Cross. Gets it away to Litia Valu, who adds another one to her tally. For the weekend here at Bruce Pulman Park. As we see Shanti Louis just lining up the conversion now as she moves in. A great nudge on that one, and it goes close. But not close enough as Southern Cross Campus, 12 points to 4. Just over halfway through the second half here. And our Girls Championship matchup between Auckland Girls Grammar taking on Southern Cross Campus. As you see Auckland Girls Grammar towards the back end of the set, they'll just want to get themselves readjusted and refocused for a big push in this last 9 minutes. As we see Southern Cross just starting their set about 35 metres out from their own line. And like we've seen a number of times across this game, some great first up carries here for Southern Cross. One of the better parts of their game is their very dominant forward packer. To see it handed off to Lucy Kuli. Breaks away from the first up contact and an offload. Finds Shanti Louis, who breaks through a couple of tackles, gets an offload away as well. Finds Shafinia Louis. Looks as though Shafinia Louis might have picked up an injury in that one as well. A couple of key injuries here for the Southern Cross Campus side. Early on in the day, definitely not what the girls would want heading into the back end of today when we'll see semi-finals action in our Girls Championship grade, as well as leading into day 3 as well. And no doubt Coach Rod Ratu will be wanting to look after the girls' bodies and making sure that everyone is primed and ready to go come 1 p.m. when we'll see girls' semi-finals action here at our National Secondary Schools tournament. And looks as though Shafina Louis is okay. Leading in towards the last 7 minutes of this second half here. Auckland Girls Grammar and Southern Cross. Southern Cross holding on to a 12 points to 4 lead. Leading in towards the back end of the set now. They'll just want to settle their attack, and Totai plays short. Doesn't quite break through the line. And Totai plays down the blind side again. Looks up, finds a bit of space. Breaks through. Tonanga Totai breaks through for Southern Cross Campus, and they strike yet again. 16 points to 4. Southern Cross Campus extending their lead over Auckland Girls Grammar, and a great piece of work there from Totai. Played short to her back rower, filled in that dummy half and saw some space down the blind side. Broke through a couple of defenders and dots over to extend their lead, 16 points to 4. And heading in towards the back end of this. Heading in towards the back end of the second half. Shanti Louis will no doubt want to add the extras here yet again. Got a good strike on it before, and no doubt she can probably pull another good one out as well. But Southern Cross Campus, a dominant start here on day 2 over a very strong Auckland Girls Grammar side. As you see Shanti Louis get a good strike on it. Doesn't quite get through the uprights, but Southern Cross Campus. 16 points to 4 over Auckland Girls Grammar, heading into the last 5 minutes here in this Girls Championship matchup on day 2 of your New Zealand Rugby League National Secondary Schools Tournament. And once we finish this matchup, don't go too far. An absolute blockbuster in our boys premiership grade. Next up, St Thomas of Canterbury College taking on De La Salle College in what is set to be a big game. Big implications riding on that one leading into semi-finals football. As Jada Breeze-Gray gets us back underway. Bit of a wobbly take there from Southern Cross for Totai, but manages to get it away to Lucy Cooley. A great first up carry there for Lucy Cooley. Followed up by another great carry there. Gets them up over the 40-metre line. Justina Tauiliuli's been massive for the Southern Cross side. She breaks through a couple of tacklers and is still going. She's met by Sio Namulaulu for Auckland Girls Grammar, but taking a number of defenders to stop there. She started on the 40-metre line of her own side and ends up on the 40 of the other side. And Shanti Louis just playing in, dropping under one of her middle forwards, but Auckland Girls Grammar just caught napping on defence, not making it back. And Southern Cross earning a penalty for their efforts. And we see them get back underway. Another carry here to Lucy Cooley. A good first up effort here. Just need to settle the attack to Southern Cross. You'd think they're with the lead where it's at the moment. They don't need to overplay their hand. Can just do enough to hold on to the game. Justina Louis breaks away. Gets it away to Totai. Totai throws a cutout pass to Litia Valu out on the right-hand side. Doesn't quite break through to defenders. And a great carry there. Back towards the middle of the field. Through Jolly Tawiliili. Nope. Shafinia Louis goes close, but not quite close enough. Totai filling in at dummy half. Finds Justina Tawiliili. Shanti Louis grubbers it through. Bounces off a couple of bodies, but it ends up in the hands of Auckland Girls Grammar. And with 3 minutes left, they've still got a realistic chance, but they're going to need to start going now as they get it out to Gray. Gray looks at her options, but takes it herself and earns a penalty for their efforts. Just a couple of Southern Cross defenders too excited there, and Gray taps and goes quickly, takes it herself, and is met by some big first-up contact there. Lalavaya running off the back of that. A great carry there from Lalavaya, but met by some big contact there. And a bit of extra push and shove here from both girls, with Justina Tauiliili just not getting square at marker. Caught napping in Auckland Girls Grammar. Another penalty here. Couple of quick back-to-back penalties here against the Southern Cross side. We saw it in the first half. We got Auckland Girls Grammar up the field. And we'd hope that they don't want to do that yet again in this second half. And another penalty just as we speak on it. 3 quick runs in a row here. So Coach Ratu will just want the girls to discipline themselves. There's only 1:40 left on our clock, so no doubt they want to tidy up their discipline, finish the game on a high, and head into finals football this afternoon with a high level of confidence as we see Auckland Girls Grammar just working their way back up the field now. A great carry out of dummy half from Sio Namulaulu, and Jada Breeze-Gray with big contact there, breaking away from Lucia Cooley. Finds Lala Vaya down the right hand side, but just doesn't quite go to hand for Riley Tall. And Southern Cross Campus will just need to hold on to the footy from here on out. You see Shakira Louis with a good carry there out of her own end. And they'll just need to do enough here to hold on to the game. Shanti Louis backing it up with a great carry, and she's through. She breaks through the Auckland Girls Grammar defence. There's no one at fullback. Lala Vaya chasing her down, manages to get a hold of her, and what a taste there from Lala Vaya. And a bit of an extra effort there from Auckland Girls Grammar in that tackle. And a long breakaway there from Southern Cross Campus to work their way up the field. Just work their way up the field, and we see a sin bin there against Olivia Filiki-Tonga. Southern Cross Campus just with a long breakaway after Shanti Lui breaking through, and Filiki-Tonga coming into the tackle late, trying to slow down the play of the ball, and gives away a professional foul for her efforts. So Auckland Girls Grammar one player short for the remainder of this game. As we get inch closer to the full time, Huda, Southern Cross Campus just not too far from the Auckland Girls try line now as we see them shift right. Plays it off to Josina Tauilili. She's over and she dots it down. Josina Tauilili has been one of the standouts for the Southern Cross Campus girls side in this matchup today. And she dots over to extend Southern Cross's lead, 20 points to 4. We thought that discipline might have caught them undone a couple of minutes ago, but they managed to hold out the pressure from Auckland Girls Grammar. Work their way back up the field through Shanti Lui and Shakira Lui. They earn a repeat set through a penalty, and they dot over under the post through Tauiliili. Gets the job done and extends their lead, 20 points to 4. Shouldn't be too long left in our second half. In this girls' championship matchup, Southern Cross holding a 20 points to 4 lead. Extends it out to 22 points to 4. Southern Cross over Auckland Girls Grammar. This will be a massive result for Southern Cross Campus as we hear the hooter go in the background. Southern Cross Campus taking the victory in this one, 22 points to 4 over Auckland Girls Grammar. No doubt that'll put Southern Cross in good stead leading into semi-finals football this afternoon. And a massive result for them and for their chances to go towards not only the semi-finals but grand finals tomorrow. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with you shortly for the blockbuster that we've touched on a couple of times. Our boys premiership, St. Thomas taking on De La Salle College. Don't go too far. National Secondary Schools Tournament here at Bruce Pulman Park in Takanini.
Hamilton Girls High School, 20 points to 12 over Wesley College. St. Mary's College from Wellington, 32-0 over Tokoroa High School. And Macaulay High School, 26 points to 6 over Tauranga Girls. Coming up in the next round is the boys premiership division. On field 1, we have St. Thomas of Canterbury versus De La Salle. On field 2, Southern Cross Campus versus Mount Albert Grammar.